Ladies and gentlemen, we all know how Creed makes fragrances in a very appealing, fresh, and captivating manner. Could this next one, Creed Viking, be one of those fragrances and share those same qualities? We shall see. So here's another polarizing, greatly talked about, and amazingly anticipated release from the House of Creed. 2017 was just released a week ago. I've been wearing this fragrance. You guys saw the first impressions video that I released and told you guys my thoughts as a first impression, so to speak, on this fragrance. I've been wearing this fragrance the whole week now and trying it as my daily scent for work and going out. And now I can give you guys my full-fledged review on Creed Viking. So here's the box. It has a very Aventus-esque kind of feel to it. It has that feel to the box that's almost like a leather feel. You have the Viking ship along with the Viking name or the logo, the Creed crest in silver, more Creed information up top, more Creed information at the bottom along with the batch code, the barcode, and all that good stuff, and more information in the back. So this is the box of Creed Viking. Here's the actual bottle. The juice is quite dark on this one. Beautiful leather-like feel here on the label, information here in the back, the Viking logo up front. Again, very Aventus-esque, especially on the appointments of the bottle. Doesn't have, obviously the color scheme here is red and white as opposed to black and white, but as far as the bottle is concerned, it's very much like a Creed Aventus bottle. They did change the cap though. Going forward, you're gonna see this rounder, more tapered, really stylish cap with the crest on top. These are going to be the new caps going forward as they continue to produce more Creed fragrances. So this is a 100 ml bottle, retails for $495. So as you all know, Creed has switched their sizes. There's no longer a 75 ml or 120 ml. Now it's going to be available in 50 ml and 100 ml. The 50 ml 1.7 retails for Viking, retails for $350. And a 100 ml bottle like this one retails for $495. Speaking with the people at the Creed Boutique, I came to find out that there will be 2 flacon sizes available for this fragrance. You'll be able to pick up a Viking in a 250 ml and also in a 500 ml flacon. I do not know the price yet, as it's not yet available to purchase. I'm going to show you guys the sprayer real quickly. I'm actually wearing this today, so again, same strong, beautiful distribution that you get with Creed bottles. Okay, so from my first impressions review, you guys were able to get the gist of what this fragrance smells like. Now, I went to the Creed Boutique, I purchased this bottle, and I was able to actually try it at the Creed Boutique before I purchased it. And I gotta tell you one thing. From the actual decant atomizer I received, which is right here, the little sample that I received and that I was wearing for that week prior to purchasing the full bottle, I noticed a subtle difference. That particular decant, when I first sprayed it on, it was quite piercing and almost really sharp, a little bit off-putting, if you will. Then it developed as I got to the heart and the dry down. It was really pleasant, but the opening of that decant was not as pleasant as what I experienced in the bottle when I was at the Creed Boutique. And I'm talking to the SAs and the manager, they actually agreed with me. The samples, for some reason, maybe they didn't macerate properly, or whatever stage it was that was shipped to me, I don't know. Whatever the case may be, it was more piercing, more sharp, the introduction in that little decant. Now, from the bottle itself, it's a lot smoother, it's a lot more well put together, and from the get-go, it's gonna be very pleasant and very appealing. Okay, so this particular fragrance, when you go to the creedboutique.com, they will give you as reference or lineage that this fragrance here is in the same lineage as Original Santal or Spice and Wood. I don't get the resemblance here with this fragrance at all with Spice and Wood or Original Santal. I can see where they're going with that. It's going to be a woody, spicy, aromatic, almost fougere-like type scent. So this is where they were going with the comparison. This is pretty much a very woody, aromatic, spicy kind of scent. You're gonna have almost like this orange feel like when you first spray it on, but it's really the Calabrian lemons with the Sicilian bergamots and the peppercorn, and all the notes that are mashed here, playing this very abstract role that it's gonna give you like an almost ambergris orange kind of feel, which is really pleasant. You will get a feeling almost like an ambroxan. If you're familiar with fragrances like Bleu de Chanel, if you're familiar with fragrances like Dior Sauvage, you will get a little bit of that feel, especially as it hits the heart of the fragrance and it goes into the dry down. Very appealing, very pleasant, very alluring type scent, but it will give you that kind of resemblance to the fragrances I just mentioned above. But this here is spicier, it's woodier, it's more fiery. The rose here is beautiful, it's very smooth. Not a gemmy rose like you would find in Lyric Man, but again, a fantastic, very well put composition at that. It's a much heavier, thicker, deeper, bolder scent than your usual Creeds. When you compare this side by side with fragrances like Green Irish Tweed, with Spice and Wood, with Aventus, this here has definitely a bolder, more in-your-face kind of a presence. This is definitely not similar to anything that Creed has put up to this point. It does have some appointments of a traditional fougere with the lavender and some of the components here, but they match the notes in a way that you're gonna get something completely different than anything Creed has ever put out to this point. It is bolder, it's heavier, it's more in your face. Like I said, compared to anything released up to this point, this is definitely something different from Creed. But you do get the ambergris, that salty nuance in here. It's definitely prominent. And like I said, if I had to describe one fragrance this reminds me of, it's a saltier, woodier, spicier version of Dior Sauvage is how I would describe this fragrance. One thing I do have to mention here, this fragrance has that universal appeal. Creed was aiming for something of that nature, something that has a universal appeal like Aventus. They did get to that point for sure. They did achieve, if they were aiming for that, they did achieve that. I have the dry down here, and it will keep you coming back for more. There's something in this fragrance that's very alluring, like I said, it's very addictive. You keep coming back for more. If you're not a huge fan, believe me, it'll grow on you if you wear this enough. People will compliment you, you're gonna get enough attention, and you're gonna like the scent yourself. It's one of those scents that will grow on you, just like Bleu de Chanel, just like Dior Sauvage. You might be taking, when you first spray this on, as, well, this is not amazing, it's not groundbreaking, it's not a trendsetter, but believe me, this will grow on you. Let's talk about performance real quickly. As far as longevity, I got 7 to 8 hours, very solid, a day's work. As far as projection, arm's length, I got about 1.5 to 2 hours, very strong projection. Then it got closer to me, about a foot. But I gotta tell you though, the sillage is extremely good. You're gonna be radiating the scent throughout the day, and people will get whiffs as you walk around. So it is one that leaves a very good sillage. As far as the application with this fragrance, as you saw me apply, and I do 2 to 3 sprays, I wouldn't go more than 4. It's strong enough that with 2 to 4 sprays, it's gonna last you, like I said, 7 to 8 hours, no problem. Age groups, I'd say it's a more mature, more masculine scent. It's not something that's old or aged, but it is more mature and definitely very manly. So I'd say somebody in college and up, maybe you're third year in college, getting into your profession, especially for the price point, $500. I would limit this for the adult or for somebody that can really appreciate a more masculine, bold kind of a scent that really wants to make a statement. Seasons for this fragrance is an all year round, all seasons. You can get away with this at any time, any season of the year, all different settings. I mean, if you have the dough and you want to wear this fragrance, by all means, give it a shot. You might love it so much that it might become your new signature scent. So my final thoughts here on Creed Viking. This is not a groundbreaking fragrance. This is not a earth-shattering or a trendsetter fragrance at that, like Creed Aventus was in 2010. When they released that fragrance, that was a fragrance that set the bar, and a lot of different companies try to copy that fragrance by coming up with fragrances that smell very similar, if not just like Creed Aventus. This fragrance here, however, I don't think it's something that haven't been done before. It's something that if you smell it, wait for the dry down. It'll remind you of certain things that are out there today. They did put their signature, their Creed signature in this fragrance. There's a lot of components in here that are of quality. And like I said, it will grow on you, but this is by no way, shape, or form a groundbreaking or earth-shattering fragrance release from Creed. So as they say, ignite the fire. So 3 words that I would use to summarize this fragrance. It's bold, it's appealing, and it's warm. So now I want to ask you guys, what are your thoughts on Creed Viking? Is this a great fragrance? It's a stud, or is it a dud? Comment down below, let me know your opinion on this fragrance. If you have tried it, do you love it? What are your comments on Creed's Viking? Do you think it's going to get to the same point and the same stratosphere as Creed Aventus has gained in the fragrance community? Do you think this fragrance here has the legs to get to that point, or do you think this is just another fragrance in the Creed family, that it's going to be one of those forgotten Creed fragrances like Himalaya or Arofa, or even Silver Mount Water, fragrances that don't get much talk like your Millésime Imperials, your Green Arch Tweeds, and your Aventuses? Let me know down in the comment section below. Let me know what you think about Creed's Viking. I'd love to see what you guys have to say. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned in for a lot of great content coming your way, and of course, keep on spraying. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.